Hello and welcome to the program board Ally Empowerment Week Paint Night. Tonight for our supplies we will be using a canvas, a pack of paintbrushes, and an assortment of different sizes, paint colors in red, blue, black, and white, paper towels. That's about it. The first step we're going to do is mix up our background color. I went for a light blue shade. I started by using 1 dollop of blue and 2 dollops of white to get my desired color. Once I finished mixing that together, I added some water to it. I decided to add water to make it a thinner consistency. It also made it easier to get on the canvas and it dries a little bit quicker. So I just went ahead and filled in my canvas till I was happy with how the color looked. Once I finished painting in my background, I let it dry for about 10 to 15 minutes till it was completely dry. I then went and mixed 1 dollop of white with 1 dollop of red to get a nice dark pink shade to use for the lips of our mouth. I drew on the mouth I was going to be painting onto my canvas beforehand so that I could show you what I was doing, but that is totally up to you what you want it to look like and the shapes that you want to use for it. Once I found a shade that I was happy with, I just went in and started filling in the lips. They are just going to be 2 bumps at the top, kind of like camel bumps, and then you're going to connect them with a line and then do thinner lines down the bottom into an upside down rainbow. It's just going to be a lot of squiggly lines that you put together. Once I finished with the lips, I went in to start mixing my paint color for my tongue. I went with 1 dollop of white with a little bit lighter amount of red than I used for my lips. I went a nice light pink shade that is different than the color that we use for the mouth. I mixed that until I found a nice peachy light pink shade that I was happy with, and then I went and filled in my tongue. The tongue has 2 slight bumps in it. I did not draw mine straight across because I wanted to make sure people knew that it was a tongue. Once I finished painting in my tongue, I went and just got some black paint on a smaller brush. I'm going to just be using the black paint as the darker part of the mouth and the shadow. So I just went ahead and started filling in that gap between the tongue and the teeth. The only recommendation I would have is it's probably smarter to start with the teeth. I made that mistake here because putting white over black is a little bit more difficult than putting black over white. So just remember that while you're painting. It is a learning experience, so we learn and we grow, and I know better for next time now. Once I finished painting in all my black, I got an even smaller brush to start painting in the white. You're gonna see firsthand what I meant by saying that you should start with the teeth first, because I got a lot of my black paint in with my teeth. So either let it dry completely or do the teeth first if you're impatient like me. But I just went and started filling that in. I actually just decided to go with a straight across line for the teeth for the white, because it was just easier that way when I started painting. If you want, you can add curves with the white paint, but I went in later with a small brush and just some black paint to add in that detailing, as you will see later on. Ooh, please mind. It's a little messed up, but I'll fix it, I promise. Yes, so pay the teeth no mind. I am going to fix them even better later. Right now I just have them going straight across. I am going in with my light pink shade I use for my tongue to add a little bit of accent to the top and the bottom lip. I'm just going to be following the curves of the lip that we painted earlier. I also decided to go in with my darker pink shade to fill them in and make them a little bit brighter. Next, I'm going to go in with one of my finer tip brushes with just a little bit of black paint to add some detailing. I went around the tongue and the mouth, and I'm going to go around the lips and the teeth just to define them a little bit. And kind of like the comic booky type of artistic style that it kind of took with the outlining. So if you don't like it, you don't have to do it, but this was just my preference. Once I got to the teeth, I decided to add in those ridges that I talked about earlier just with this finer tip brush. I just went in and created tiny little waves of bumps in the teeth just to add a little bit of body to them. Nothing too pointy and nothing too ridgy. So I went over the teeth again with another coat of white just to clean them up a little bit. While I was doing that, I decided to go in with the white paint and add more highlight to the lip and to the tongue. I just wanted to add a little bit more dimension to the mouth. The next thing I'm going to do is just add some expressive bubbles around the mouth to kind of indicate talking or making noise. That is just made by making a teardrop shape. All you have to do when you use a paintbrush is start lightly and then push down to create a deeper line and then just curve them together. It's very simple. It's kind of just like making tiny little flower petals all separated. Once you do it once, you kind of get the hang of it. Just push and press so that you get that nice deep teardroppy line. The next thing I'm going to do is just outline in those in black like I did the mouth, just to define them a little bit more. Again, this is totally optional, up to you. I just kind of liked how it looked. Once you finish up with your expressive bubbles, just add in your words. Mine says use your voice. I drew mine in pencil beforehand because my handwriting's not great when I paint. So I just went over it with my tinier black brush and some black paint just to define my lettering. To finish up my painting, I added some accent of white on my lettering to just give it a nice highlight, and then I added my artist signature in the bottom right hand corner. I really hope you guys like following along for this Ally Empowerment Paint Night, and it was awesome to have you, and I hope to see you soon. Check out the program board Ramples page on the Shepherd University website to look for more fun events coming your way this year. See you guys soon. Bye!